9 at 9.
All right, 70s here today and tomorrow. A few clouds this morning. We'll see sunnier skies through your daytime with a very isolated shower chance through your late morning and early day. Tonight, mostly clear, 62. Tomorrow, upper 70s, mid 70s, lakeside, mostly cloudy. A few spotty showers possible there again on Saturday. A lot of dry time here over the next several days, but daily slight shower chances, even an isolated shower possible Sunday. Low to mid 80s this weekend, upper 70s back next week. Hey, Toomey.
Well, we have a lot more planned for today. He's funny and he's America's favorite husband. We'll talk to comedian Steve Trevino about his upcoming shows at the Vic Theater. And after the break, we love her in the Hallmark shows and, of course, from the Wonder Years. She's also a math writer and she has a new book for kids. Danica McKellar, stick around.
Tonight, rejected by the GOP and now leaving Congress.
Has there ever been a moment in this process where you're like, what did I do?
Every day. Every day.
Talking one-on-one with Adam Kinzinger, a WGN exclusive, tonight on WGN News at 9. Keep Tom Skilling and the Chicago Weather Center close at hand for Tom's up-to-the-minute forecast to track storms in your area and get severe weather alerts. And use it to send Tom your weather photos that could be used on TV. Download the Chicago Weather Center app today. Sarah Gendra helps you get on your way. Weekdays on WGN Morning News.
Best reviews, the best reviews. I have an unbiased team that researches products and real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on pretty much everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
So you can be confident that whatever you're buying is right for you, no matter what life throws at it. Like your daughter Clementine, for example. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
If I could go back in time and have a conversation with my younger self, I would probably tell her that she's not invincible.
I would have paid attention to it for sure, because it would have saved what hearing I had left at the time.
When I was 19 and I was going to shows, I was not thinking about permanent hearing loss.
I had woofers inside my car. My dad used to say, hey man, I hear you coming down the street. You're gonna go deaf. I'm like, come on, old man. You know what you talk about.
Sometimes my kids are having a conversation with me and that ringing starts in my ear, that high-pitched noise. They're talking to me and I hear their voice, but I can't focus on what they're saying.
I don't want people to be afraid. I want them to be aware. You know, I wasn't aware.
I have a lot of regret about not protecting my ears sooner.
Wear earplugs or wear headphones that actually minimize the sound that's going inside your ears.
Protect your ears at all times, no matter what. It's not something you can get back. Once it's gone, that's it.
You've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. You have to carefully monitor your health for the rest of your life. And you have an increased risk of developing cardiovascular disease.
Cut.
Type 2, take 2.
Action.
You've been diagnosed with a new purpose, to fight for the amazing life you made for yourself, to look that risk of heart disease square in the face and say, no, not me. You've been given a new opportunity to live. Get started at NoDiabetesByHeart.org.
At WGN, we like to call ourselves Chicago's very own.
And when it comes to sports,
that means covering
Wrigleyville's very own,
the South Loop's very own,
the Lakefront's very own,
the South Side's very own,
the West Side's very own,
Evanston's very own,
Chicago's very own.
Whomever you root for, wherever they play, WGN has Chicago's very own teams covered every night on WGN.
Coming up this half hour from the Wonder Years and the Hallmark Channel, we're talking with Danica McKellar about her new math book for kids.
First, a check of today's top stories. The FBI search of the home of former President Trump was based on a source who told the feds what classified documents Trump was still hiding and the location of those documents. That's according to government officials who spoke with Newsweek and the Wall Street Journal. The search was reportedly timed to take place when the feds knew the former president wasn't in town. The government has been asking Trump to return classified documents back to the National Archives. Under law, Trump is free to disclose any details of the search warrants that he wants. He can also tell the American people about the specific items that were seized, but he has not revealed that information.
President Trump refused to answer questions during a deposition in New York. Trump invoked his Fifth Amendment right, protecting against self-incrimination. New York's Attorney General is investigating whether the Trump Organization misled tax authorities and lenders about the value of assets, including golf courses and skyscrapers. Trump says the investigation is a witch hunt. Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump are said to have also testified recently.
Mayor Lightfoot unveiled her 2023 budget plan at the Chicago Cultural Center. The expected deficit is projected to be the smallest since she took office 4 years ago. The proposal includes a property tax hike to offset inflation costs. It also reflects revenue from the new Bally's Casino, which gave the city $40 billion up front to open. Those funds will go towards soaring pension payments for city workers. City Council debate over the budget will take place simultaneously with next year's municipal elections. America, I should say, fell in love with young Danica McKellar in the late 80s and early 90s as Winnie Cooper on the iconic first run of the show, The Wonder Years. And of course, she's gone on to be in shows and movies on the Hallmark Channel, among many other things. Danica was also a math major at UCLA and never lost her love for numbers. She has had several math-related books for kids on the bestseller list. Her latest is Double Puppy Trouble. And Danica joins us live this morning. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much. That movie you guys were showing, that's The Winter Palace from, not from Hallmark, but from GAC Family. It's a new network that I'm doing my movies on. It's a
gotcha.
really super fun movie, yeah. I think it re-airs actually on Saturday.
How many have you done on that network? And we've seen you in a bunch of Hallmark movies, too. All in all, I mean, have you done 20 of them?
A lot. Yeah, 16 on Hallmark Channel, and then on Great American Family, or GAC Family, The Winter Palace that you just saw that re-airs this Saturday, and then my new Christmas movie will also be on Great American Family December, yeah.
That's a lot of upbeat, falling in love, isn't it, Danica?
That's what we need. We need more happiness in the world. You know, there's a lot of crazy stuff in the news. And so, I mean, you guys would know better than anyone. And so I'm just thrilled to be able to provide happy entertainment. And then, of course, with my books, bring some smiles to kids' faces who are struggling in math.
Are you still asked about your time on The Wonder Years? Is that still a fun chapter to look back on?
Absolutely. Oh, I love it. And you know, the thing is, a lot of the parents who grew up with The Wonder Years now have kids who are struggling in math. And I've got all my math books at McKellarMath.com for ages 0 through 16, all the way through high school geometry. And so it's really like a full circle moment for me. And when I meet these adults who are my age saying, oh my gosh, I grew up with you, and now my child is growing up and getting through math because of your books. It's so beautiful.
So can you give me an idea, why do you think the U.S. is always so far behind other countries in math, and why do girls especially seem to shy away from math?
I mean, it's cultural. We don't celebrate our mathematicians and scientists here. We celebrate our athletes and performers. And so, you know, in order to see it as valuable, you have to understand its value. And if it's not going to make you glamorous, then what's it going to do? Well, one of the things that I promote is showing kids not just that math, yes, is going to make you smarter and more savvy with your finances, so that you don't get ripped off later in life, which is what happens to adults who don't pay attention to numbers, but also it just sharpens your brain and it makes you a better problem solver no matter what you want to do. Getting that confidence that comes from feeling smart and knowing that you are enough because of something you've built for yourself, which is struggling through a math problem and then staying with it, sticking with it, and proving to yourself that you are now stronger and smarter than you thought. That kind of confidence is a gift that kids can give themselves through things like my books, or really any kind of hard work that then they stick with it long enough to pay off, but I try to make it fun so they stick with it. That is a gift that you give yourself that no one else can give you and no one else can take away. And that kind of fortitude and resilience is one of the best gifts that math has to offer.
Danica, what age do you think is the most critical in terms of keeping kids interested in math? Does it happen in junior high and in high school, or is it younger?
Middle school is the time when kids, especially girls, start to lose confidence in math. So even before their grades drop, their confidence will drop. It's because you think you're not going to be good at something, and then when you do struggle, instead of going, oh, well, it's just a temporary stumbling block, girls in particular tend to believe, since they're trained to believe that their smarts is not their most valuable asset. They think, oh, well, you know what? I knew I didn't belong. I've known it all along. Look at this one math problem that I can't do. See, it's evidence. But no, it was just one math problem. So treating kids, training kids to understand, no, you do belong here. Girls, you do belong here. Everybody belongs here. Math is for you, and it can be fun, and it can be exciting, and you can have an understanding of how it's actually valuable in your life. Look, kids have to be in math class anyway. Why not take the opportunity to make it fun and accessible so that they enjoy the process and so they learn to embrace their smarts, something that we don't see enough of and enough encouragement of in the world.
Well, I know a lot of parents were regretting it during the pandemic because they had to be the teachers of the math to their kids, and they're like, what is going on?
Yes, and so to answer your question, the middle school is the most crucial time. Yeah. However, you can't start soon enough. Yeah. So that's why I've got books like Double Puppy Trouble, my new one, that's really fun and sweet and just creates this happy association with math. Because what is more happy than puppies? It's about this girl who wants more of everything. Her name's Moxie. She wants more of everything. But be careful what you wish for, because she finds a magical stick that's got a button on it. And when you press that button and it's pointed at something, that thing doubles. And so she decides to double their puppy, but the button gets stuck. So it's 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. Puppy mayhem. But in the end, it teaches a very valuable lesson, not just how to double numbers, which is the math lesson that I sneak in, but also that sometimes less is more, and to be grateful for what we have.
Well, Danica, thank you so much. The book is Double Puppy Trouble. You can find her at McKellarMath.com and on social media. Have a great weekend. Good to talk to you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. You too.
Time now for Around Town.